We haven't seen land or people or another boat for days. Just a reflection of every blue hue and our own selves mirrored back. We haven't seen anything man-made, actually. Not even a piece of trash floating in among these currents and countercurrents. Unusual. At some point yesterday, the wind disappeared completely, leaving us adrift. It's an interesting feeling, having everything we own floating sidelong and so completely isolated. A watered-down alternative to a remote cottage in the woods. It's just us out here. No signal, no social media, no news outlets, no distractions. And we'd like to welcome you aboard for a closer look, a raw look at what it's like to be here. You could do it.
How could I? It's been 4 days since we left the mooring field in Key West, Florida. We've managed to sail about halfway now on our way south to the beautiful Rio Dulce River in Guatemala. This is by far our farthest and longest sail, pushing our comfort zones. But right now the water's glassed off and we're welcoming the reprieve and chance to recharge all our batteries. All these clothes out here, a bunch of sheets. The water's warm.
Yeah.
We're taking a quick break from cleaning to go swimming. It is super calm, super calm.
We aren't holding completely still. We're actually moving at about a knot to a knot and a half because we managed to becalm ourselves in a current going south. So even though there's no wind, we're still headed the direction we want to go.
Which also means if we fall in, we'll also drift at a knot to a knot and a half.
It's true.
She's gonna practice her Olympic dives.
Let's hang a line off the back.
Make sure to dodge the seaweed.
What?
Make sure to dodge seaweed.
I'll do my best.
The floating one.
Cool.
I forgot we had this. Thank you.
This is just in case the wind picks up all of a sudden out of nowhere, unexpectedly. That way we won't get left behind.
We are moving.
Yeah, we are. I can't believe how calm it is out here. It's crazy to think that sometimes there's huge waves right here.
It's not a very long line.
Well, don't get left behind too far. Should we grab another line? And...
Yeah, you can always come back and get me. It's a fish.
Really?
Yeah.
What sort of fish?
I don't know, it's this big.
How'd I do?
I mean, very little splash.
What?
It's a very little splash. Wasn't very up and down, but...
Okay, I'll try again. Let me try again.
Yep.
You still filming?
Yep.
All right. Dang it. That wasn't very up and down yet. If we keep doing this, one of these days I'm going to be able to just go to a pull-up bar and do like a
muscle up?
A muscle up, yeah. How's that?
That was better.
What are you going to do for us?
I was gonna jump in.
You should do a trick.
A trick?
Yeah, like spin or something. backflip.
No.
You did a backflip the other day off the dinghy.
That was the dinghy.
The dinghy's the same height out of the water.
Too much seaweed. Can't do it.
Should I try a flip? I feel like every time I jump in, I'm attracting the sharks.
It's okay. They can't swim this fast.
Should I try a flip?
Sure.
If I do it, you'll have to. It's the rule.
I don't think that's the rule.
100% rule.
Okay, let's see it. Backflip.
No. Nailed it!
I'm impressed. That one wasn't as good.
Oh, it stings!
The dogs are concerned for you on that one.
Is that concerning? Yeah. Ow. I'm getting tired of doing the pull-ups.
Look at the sunset.
That sunset is beautiful in such a peaceful way. It's just like all on the earth is calm and quiet. That's what that sunset says. It actually had frozen. I hope it got your dive. What were you saying about the water?
It's beautiful.
No, it's hot water.
Oh, this?
Yeah. Oof. Earlier today,
What?
we used the engine. Right as the wind died, we used the engine to get us about 10 miles so that we were in the actual current. So otherwise, we had the risk of getting sucked into the current going the wrong direction. But using that engine gave us some hot water. For example, you put it on my head.
I think after how many months it's been? 6 months? It's starting to not be as happy as it used to be. It's okay. We were planning on moving it soon.
Shoot.
How do we get? Has to survive a few more days, weeks.
It's
Wow,
too
you
dark.
can't see it at all.
Probably because it was backlit, maybe? Maybe it needed the flash.
Yeah, I think it had the flash.
On crossings like this, we have a satellite phone, like a satellite setup that isn't, it's pretty, I'm not going to say archaic because I feel like any satellite technology is actually pretty cool, but it's basically just text messaging. So we can kind of check in with people, but then it also will track our movement, and so that like our emergency contacts, our family and friends can see where we are. It's a good safety thing. But we just gave it out to a few friends because last time we went on a passage and got becalmed and didn't check in for days. They got super freaked out. So we gave them the link or whatever so that they can track our location, and then also the number so they can text us. And so Ayana just texted us and she says,
Slow folks. But why are you moving so slow?
"But why are you moving so slow?" Because we're becalmed, Ayana. We're becalmed. That's fun. Because you could see like how fast we're moving.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, like it shows like our current speed.
So all of Brett's siblings were texting and they were saying that it was really, I don't know, I heard, you can tell them.
They said it was really cool because you can see, because it shows our track, like ever since we started using from when we left Rhode Island, kind of all of our track down and through the Bahamas and everything.
Very cool.
It's pretty cool.
What are you going to tell her?
So that was 3 days ago.
3 days ago?
Mhm.
We've been out here that long?
I don't know what day we're on.
How come we didn't get it? We've lost
It was
it
an email.
times.
She sent it via an email, and this is the first time I synced the email.
Oh, okay, well maybe we should text her back and say something funny. Aliens or lost the keel. Maybe such a lunch. Maybe such a lunch. Nice. We're both a little bit allergic to the dogs, and so when it gets kind of like dusty, specifically in this room, because there's not a lot of airflow with hatches, it gets like really dandery up here, especially because the dogs were dirty. I bathed them yesterday, so that's all fine now. But it's just like an allergen haven in our room. So I'm wiping everything down, and I'm actually gonna take apart the fan really quick and just clean that because it's got a lot of dust on it. Brett installed these fans up here, and they are a lifesaver when things get hot. Just making airflow cools down our bed a lot for sleeping. But it's like a dust magnet. When we're on passages like this, the dinghy's up on deck, which blocks all of our hatches. So that means no fresh air gets up here in our forward cabin, and it accumulates and gets dusty and kind of like everything just needs a good clean. Does that happen to people who don't have dogs? Is that like a, yeah, ugh. Okay. That's really gross. I need a new rag, I think. Goodbye, allergens. We have this inside joke in the family, and I'll get to that in a second. Here, Brett, will you come up here? Help me tell the joke.
What joke is this?
Halogens.
Halogens. I don't remember how the story was. I think we were in the car.
Yeah, maybe we're driving.
I think we were driving.
And I look over at you, and I'm like, what's a halogen? And you're like, what? I'm like, a halogen, like in all of the commercials for, you know, take this for the halogens, or all the halogens in the air. And Brett looks at me, he's like, an allergen? Or do you really mean the periodic table? Now, this was a long time ago. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so dumb, because it clicked at that moment. But all of the commercials
Noble gases?
very blonde moment, and it would have been fine, except for that Brett has never forgotten.
How could I? You wouldn't let me live that down. Yeah, so now it's, if there's ever any allergens, it's halogen. There's a little halogen right here.
You are a little halogen,
A
Penny.
little 35-pound halogen.
She's only 30 pounds now.
You're a 30-pound halogen.
We didn't even tell these guys.
Oh, yeah.
We took our dogs to the vet, and they both lost weight. They're adult dogs. Penny's 4, Dingo's almost 7. And they've weighed the same weight for their entire adult lives until we went sailing, and with all the running on the beaches, they both dropped weight like crazy. And now Penny's 30 pounds,
Yep.
and
And here's
Dingo
58.
58 pounds. So Penny's technically a small dog now. 35's the cutoff.
Yeah, you can ride in the airplane cabin with us.
Could she?
You're a lap child.
Her legs are, she's so tall. That doesn't really matter what she weighs. I don't think she'll ever pass for a small
look,
dog.
she does. Like, she curls them all up real small. She sprawls out. I can take up the whole bed.
She was tucked all tiny until you tried to make it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Look
from
at all
the
those
fan.
halogens. That's disgusting. We were breathing that. No wonder we were itchy. But also, that means that was in the air.
Yeah.
And it just stuck to the fan.
Why don't you show them what we did with Penny's ball? Oh, did you take it down?
Good boy. High five. High five. Good boy.
Did you take Penny's ball down?
Yeah, I did.
Come on. Come on. Oh, wow. This is ethereal. Look at how that cloud glows. We should take out our chart book tonight, our new atlas, and chart the stars. Hey, that was a little bit of wind.
Just a little bit.
It's just teasing us. Right, Penny?
We're leaving the sails out just in case the wind decides to show up. Even though it's a little noisier,
It's unlikely though, right?
it's extremely unlikely.
What did the forecast say?
It says no wind until like tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we usually have 24 hours of nothing.
That's good. it was actually really funny. I was out there and I said, wow, my mom would love this because it's just calm and beautiful and amazing. And I feel like anytime we're out here and there's something pretty, I wish my mom was there. Because whenever she comes and cruise, she's like, okay, so I feel like it's how sometimes parents have little kids and they're like, oh, when I bring my child someplace, their eyes get so bright and they feel like it's so beautiful and it makes me appreciate it more. I feel that way about my mom. Like when we get her on board, she'll be like, wow, the stars. Like I feel like she really appreciates it because she's new, and so now every time we see something particularly fun or interesting or beautiful, I'm always like, I wish my mom was here. So I was just out there and I said, my mom would love this, and then we heard the ding of a message and she just messaged right at the same time. Wavelengths.
You felt the satellite message coming in?
I guess so. The sun just set, and it's just very glassy, so everything is just reflecting, all the clouds and everything.
Are you gonna try to catch this tuna?
Oh, we've been trying. We have all of our lures out. We've caught 5 fish. But so far, none that were good to keep. Who wants to play with a toy? For those of you guys who have asked, what's this called? What's the brand? Oh, shoot it off. It's a horse toy. It's a big horse ball. And I got it at the feed store. And would recommend for any
10
dogs.
for 10.
Yeah.
I actually thought Penny or Dingo would like it more than Penny.
Dingo likes like playing with us.
Yeah. This is one of the best purchases that, potentially one of the best, no, it is one of the best purchases that we've ever made. Jade got this little massage gun thing.
I'm getting better at gift giving.
It's absolutely amazing.
First, the butter pan.
It's true.
Now the massage gun.
Yep.
When Brett and I were first dating during our summer fling, the first summer fling, the fling that started it all,
Yeah.
he got in a wreck. He totaled his Subaru Baja. And I guess you didn't total it. Somebody ran a red, turned left.
So they just turned left in front of me.
And when that happened, Brett got like a little bit of whiplash. And he gets this tension in his back that we can't get it to go away. And it's been, what, like...
5 years? 6 years? 7 years?
7 years. It's been 7 years.
Yeah, in my back and then in my neck, like right at the base of my skull.
So I try to work it out, but I'm not very good at massaging. I bought a book so we could learn how to like do neck and shoulder massages better. But I also got the little massage gun, and we're gonna work on it. I think that day that you got in that wreck is actually probably when my mom like finally found it, like figured out that I was dating you. Because we were at, like everybody was over, we were all hanging out, and all of a sudden I'm like I have to leave. Like why? My friend just got in a car accident.
This boy who's my friend.
We were fresh. I'd known you for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't call you when it happened. I called Greg because you weren't my number one yet.
I wasn't the number one. But when I showed up, Greg left. He like looked at me and looked at you, and I think that's when Greg figured it out too.
Yep.
He was like, "Oh, I guess you're okay now." When my mom actually found out that I was dating you, though, do you remember how that happened?
What?
I had just gotten this new cell phone, and I was like, "Mom, look at my cool phone! Like, look at all these cool features on it." And she was holding my phone. You guys, this is like a movie. I'm not kidding. She's holding my phone, looking at these cool features. I'm like right there next to her, and Brett texts me, and the text message pops up, and it says, "So, have you told your family about me yet?"
I've never heard this story.
And my mom's like, "So you want to talk to me?" And that's the day.
I'm gonna have to call your mom and verify that this really happened. This sounds too.
That is the day. Sorry, that's the day she found out about you.
Interesting.
I couldn't not.
No, you can't. Yeah, how do you lie your way out of that one? Like, yeah.
I mean, she knew.
Yeah, but now it was.
You weren't my secret boyfriend anymore.
Undeniable.
Kind of lost the charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you put it on the table? No, I can't see it.
You're welcome here, Rose.
Or on the other one.
Up there.
That's perfect.
Who are you? You have somehow dreamed your way into an audience with Lord Morpheus.
It is time. It's nighttime. It's nighttime. It's time to sleep. But basically, here's what's going on. We are here, and we're doing 0.4 knots, 0.3, 0.6. Anyways, you can see that we're basically just kind of sitting here, not really going anywhere. And that's because there's literally zero wind. Literally. There's a little bit of current, and it's taking us south-ish.
Directly where we want to go. Here's our destination.
Yeah.
Right here? We're pointed right at it right now.
So, we're headed in the right direction very slowly just with the current. The wind will come back tomorrow, but there isn't supposed to be anything tonight. So I think we're just going to go pull the sails in and sleep. And we'll just take shifts waking up every once in a while to make sure there's nothing coming to hit us. But we're not going anywhere.
And we haven't seen another boat in over 24 hours, so we're feeling pretty safe.
Did he go to the bathroom today? Yeah.
It feels like we're a toy boat floating on a glass lake.
Basically. Toy boat.
Do you say towboat?
Toy boat. We got this.
I can't get it to
You
move at all.
can't do it.
No, try it. It won't move at all. It just like hurt my shoulder pulling it so hard. Try it, see? It's stuck.
Yep, nope.
Why is it stuck?
The main sail is in. We're gonna pull in the headset. Wow, it is so calm. It looks like we're not even floating. We're just like, I don't even know. That's crazy looking.
Flying?
Yeah. It's like we're floating.
Almost. It just stopped. I was going to show you. It was just beeping. That was our autopilot saying, hey, I can't do anything. You guys know I can't do anything, right? Sometimes I am just struck with how peculiar our life is. Just how... It's just how different. How... What was the word I used a second ago, Brett? Curious? Because we're just out here in this floating wonderland mist, like a fantasy novel, like cover. I don't know. I feel like this whole ocean looks like fantasy art, and yet here we are, and we live here. We're gonna tuck in for the night. Right now, Brett is just putting in the boom. He's tying the boom over because as it swings, it makes noise. For one, it creaks, and the rocking of it can build momentum basically and make the boat rock more. So by tying it off, now it can't rock at all, and it'll be a more stable, steady night's sleep. The sun is only just set though, and so the moon's
That's so not true. You know it's like 11 o'clock, right?
Is it really like 11?
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like the sun only just barely set. Saw a shooting star.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw a shooting star. Oh, the other night, you guys, we saw, it was a shooting star, but it was a meteorite, and it was huge, and it changed colors as it went across, like it was this huge streak across the sky with a huge tail, and I only saw it just for a split second, but Brett, I think he saw the whole thing, right?
Well, I saw it, and it was long enough that there was time for me to tell you to look, and then you still saw it.
Yeah, Brett's like, look, and I looked, and it was just, when I saw it, it was blazing green. What was it when you saw? I saw red and green.
We didn't talk about it when it happened because the cameras weren't out. When we were talking about doing this passage, we figured something was bound to break, just because it's kind of a pretty long passage. She knows what's broke, she just can't think about it. We figured something would break. It was inevitable. This long a passage, something is going to wear out or break or give out or whatever. And something did break. I think it was either earlier today or yesterday.
Your heart?
My heart, my soul. A very minor thing, something that we didn't expect to happen. And it was this door.
Oh, yeah.
There should be more molding here. Right here, and a door hanging, and there's not, as you can tell. The door was held open by, there's like a magnet stop down there. There's a little magnet stop down there that holds the door open, and the door was open, and we got a huge rock. The boarders got rocked big time, and the door swung, and when it swung, for whatever reason, as it swung open, it just pulled this way, and so the whole door, with that whole piece of trim, just yanked, and then couldn't close, obviously, because it wasn't lined in the door frame, and the boat was still rocking and everything, so it was actually easier just to take the whole thing down, and we'll deal with it later. Like, we don't need that door right now. But so far, that is the only thing that is broken, and it really didn't break. I mean, I guess it kind of did.
The screws just ripped out.
The screws ripped out of the wood.
So we'll just have to move the screws.
Yeah. So you can just see, right, they all just kind of ripped out. So, not a big deal. Move the screws, remount it.
It also means that we can't kick the dogs out. They're gonna have to sleep in bed with us.
Yes, the reason that's relevant is because we were just saying, hey, let's kick the dogs out of our bed so we can sleep better tonight. Because we sleep better when they aren't in bed because they tend to like starfish. But we can't.
It's really impressive with their joints. I'm not really sure how they pull that one out.
Laying in front of the camera.
He says nobody wants to watch you guys fold sheets. Not very entertaining.
You heard us saying that he's not going to be allowed in bed, so he's like, I'm going to soak it up while I can.
He's just claiming his place.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is always telling me that I need to give a little sheet folding tutorial because she is so impressed with the fact that I know how to fold fitted sheets. So the background story is that I've always been quite the little entrepreneur. And so when I was like 15, I decided to become a maid. And I started cleaning all the houses in the neighborhood. I'd just show up and be like, hey, I'm a maid, can I clean your house? And it was like 15. But one of the people were like, yeah, that'd be great. Can you deep clean and like organize my hamper? And I was like, I sure can. I had no idea how to fold sheets, so I YouTubed it. And then I came home and I taught my whole family. So this is how you do it. You take a corner, and put your hand in the corner, and then you go down, find the next corner, and you're gonna put it inside out. See the corner? I've got my 2 fingers. I'm gonna put this inside, and now they're together, okay? Now I'm gonna do that with the next one. You follow it down the seam, find the corner, and put it in the corner pocket up here.
Inside out.
Yeah, inside out. Okay, one more corner inside the corner pocket. I have now, well, Brett turned on the air conditioner and set the camera on top of the vent for a minute. So now we've got a cooled down camera, and I laid down the sheet, so now we have this rectangle. And that's kind of the biggest thing that you gain by putting all the corners together, how I showed, is because now it's a rectangle that you can fold easily. So I take the lumpy side and I fold that in first. I fold this guy over. So pretty. And then what we can do is we can do the pocket trick. So I'll fold one side over like this, and you make it however big you want the sheet to be in your hamper?
Closet?
Closet? Linen closet? Wherever you keep your sheets. Okay. I fold these guys like this. And because I folded it in thirds, now I've got a little pocket. See my pocket? So I can roll it over one more time, and I'll tuck it into that pocket. Nice. You don't have to do the pocket, but the nice thing about that is now when you dig it through, see? When you dig through your closet and you like are shuffling through to figure out what you want to pull out, and everything gets moved around, nothing comes unfolded.
Or you live on a rocking sailboat, everything falls out of your cabinet anyway.
Yeah, everything on our boat gets folded into a pocket because then nothing gets unfolded when it gets messy.
Ta-da!
Now go organize your linen closets. Send us pictures on Instagram.
Folding by Jade Adams.
Or hire the neighborhood 15-year-old who's not old enough to get a real job yet. Do you want to go to bed? Yeah, let's go.
Ta-da!
Pockets, see? No.
So even when it's all a mess, it's still not a
Everything
mess.
stays folded. Because inevitably it all falls out. See, these ones weren't pocketed. Why is this in here?
Who put that there?
Okay, this isn't mine. It's not folded. And even if it was mine, it's not a bottom.
That's ridiculous.
What are you doing?
No comment.
Why did you put that in there?
It was probably needed to get put somewhere.
The plan is for us to wake up every hour to go check to see if there's any boats on the horizon, which there won't be, but just in case, and to also look to see if there's any squalls or anything headed our way, which is also unlikely. But for safety, we'll wake up every hour and go check, but we'll alternate, so I'll wake up 1 hour and then the next time Brett will wake up, and so then that way we'll get 2-hour chunks of sleep all night, and it's gonna be amazing. We have good news. I think we have a victory. So this is our little bit of a life update. We're gonna just put this at the end of the video to let you guys know what's going on. So for background, what we're talking about is we recently posted a video talking about how we've been wrongfully like 18 plus or like demonetized, age restricted, that's the word. And this has been happening a lot lately because of people falsely reporting videos. Now, turns out we are definitely not the only channel this has happened to. Ever since we posted that video, we've had 5, 6 other YouTube channels.
Yeah, not just sailing. We had like an engineering channel. We had a couple sailing channels, like all sorts of genres.
Yeah,
and
reaching out,
niches.
being
Just,
like,
it's
can you help
ridiculous.
us? This is happening to us too. So it's a huge YouTube-wide problem. This has been a huge thing, but it's been very difficult and frustrating, and we made that video because we wanted to let you guys know what was going on, like why that kept popping up. And I just really wanted to mostly come on here and say thank you guys. So many of you guys clicked the survey button and sent feedback to YouTube and emailed YouTube and just really advocated for us as a channel. And because you guys all kind of like came together and did that, so many of you guys did that, it got the attention of the right people at YouTube, and we were able to start having the conversations we needed to have with some people in YouTube who had the power to fix this problem. And so far it's kind of like we've got,
So we'll see. But
Yeah.
we don't know yet if it actually worked, but it sounds like it will. It sounds like the right people have gotten involved and kind of have put us in front of the right eyes of people that can do the right things. So we'll see moving forward, but we just wanted to say thank you to everybody that did anything. I mean, anything from sending emails to YouTube to sending us emails of inspiration and just, keep going, please. Just everything. It's been awesome.
It's
So
been
you guys are great.
really awesome and like emotional for us to just see, like, we're glad that you guys were there for us and that you like our channel enough to want us to keep going so strongly. So we took a little bit of a kind of a
Like an emotional vacation.
we went and had some land time, visited family, and just kind of rested and rejuvenated and recharged ourselves so that we're feeling ready and excited to be editing videos and getting them out for you guys. So expect lots of videos coming this year, coming regularly again. We're super excited to be creating, and we're super grateful to be on a platform where we have you guys looking out for us, making sure that this is a safe place for everybody. I'm gonna just like drop this in here about us going home to visit family. That was one of the things that we were really worried about with, was that we were really trying to get where we could go see family for a little while, but then we got docked. Dogs are running. Okay, we ended up getting so many people like sending us like $10 or $5 doing like the buy me a coffee, joining our Patreon. And so I definitely want to say thank you because you guys made it where we were able to go take that break and go home for a little while.
Despite the age restriction, demonetizing.
Despite being demonetized so much at the end of last year, we were still able to make our planned trip happen and to afford that, and that's thanks to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much because you've really helped us get into the headspace where we can keep creating and make us just like really excited for 2023. Yeah, any other YouTubers that this is happening to, send them our way. We've got like all the advice and the right people to talk to now so that we can help other people as well. And yeah.
And we have to say thank you to the patrons. When that video went out, so many of you jumped on Patreon to show your support and your love and your just kind of appreciation and realizing that I don't know, Dingo's bringing me toys.
He says we've been talking to the camera for too long.
Just showing your support for us and that you want us to keep going. And so if you have other YouTubers that you love that this is happening to them, maybe throw them a couple bucks as well, help them out as well, because this is a lot of work. It's really hard. It's really expensive, and this is our job. So thank you, and we love you, and we'll see you on a lot of new videos coming.
Yes. Next week's going to be great. Next week.
It's like the build up. We've been building up to next week.
Next week is the biggest storm of our life. Next week, you see
So
me become
far.
a real sailor. But so far. So tune in. Subscribe if you haven't. We love you. Dingo loves you. It's time
We
for a
love you.
morning walk.
See ya.